For today, we are going to work on our solar park. We're going to make a new waterway with aqueduct from the mountain right up here, along the way, all the way down here. And we're going to do that because the solar generator are going to need to have a little bit of water. I just grabbed the last pieces of clay. I got it in my truck. I'm going to make a couple of extra clay bricks. I have been making a lot off camera. I also would like to make a new tool which is going to be very handy in order to cut down trees. I'm very excited to see how that is actually going to work. Now there might be a big chance that we are going to get the robot assembly line because I have been crafting a lot of stuff, and or as you can see on the right top, I got 3 pump jacks going. Yes, I made 2 extra so I can craft a lot more of these components that I'm going to need in order to, make the solar generator, in order to make the robot assembly line. So that is very good, very positive. We're going to do a lot today, and I'm very excited for it. Now, first of all, the new tool. The new tool is actually the chainsaw. I seen that it should not be too hard to make because it just costs a couple of iron components, a few couple of steel. I already brought like 3 fibers. Before I'm going to craft that, I just want to show you what I've been doing here. I could just cram in 2 of these right down here in order to make it reach the stockpile over there. So that is very good. Of course, for the future I will slowly but surely find a different spot and make a nice oil field out of that. Alright, let's see. The chainsaw will just cost 3 fibers, 2 steel bars, and 1 combustion engine. Now, the combustion engine might be at the sea. Where does it need to be crafted? It is crafted at the electronic machinist table, which, like I said, it requires iron piston, gearbox, iron plate, and some of these rivets, which I already have. And I was thinking, in the last episode, how can I activate an electric pump while the solar thing is not operational just yet? Well, I got this guy up there, and I'm just going to leave this one guy up there. This will provide just enough power in order to make the electric pump working, which I can make sure that the solar generator will be up and running. So let's grab the 1 combustion engine. And also, like I said before, maybe the robot assembly line will be a thing, because as you can see, I'm just going to need to have 3 electric motor. I'm going to need to have 6 servos. Now, if I'm not wrong, I should be able to craft 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 servos. I'm going to need to have a few couple extra basic circuits. And the basic circuits is going to be, let's craft 10 of these. Should have been 9, but sure. Oh, I'm crafting some, but it's on hold. That's because of the fibers. You know what? Let's undo this, and let's turn this around. So that will be done, which basically means that only 6 servos and 3 electric motors. Which should be right down here, which just cost a few couple of extra of those guys. You know what, let's craft 5 of these. I'm just going to, leave this up and running. Things will be fine along the way. These things will be fine along the way. And also, there is another thing that I would like to do, which I didn't have any chance to do so. And that is actually, we are going to craft our first biodiesel. I just want to create, let's just say, carefully, 50 first. Alright, there is a lot going on at this moment, which is very nice. I'm going to have a good amount of progress. I haven't really been digging out at the solar park just yet. If it's about flattening the ground and, have a little place where I can make the water reservoir, as I like to call it. Just for the reason being that I would first like to make the water reservoir and then fill up the area surrounding it. You know what, I think I should be able to craft it and then it will take it out. There we go. So we're going to get our chainsaw. There are a few couple of trees that I need to cut down, and I'm like, why not just use the chainsaw just to see how it works. I'm not quite sure if I need to make like any type of fuel for it. And there we go. We got our chainsaw. Let's see. Yeah, that is kind of cool though that it just works. Right, that is that. I would say one electric motor. We need to come back at some point to check out how far the progress is at that moment. Yeah, the robot assembly line will be a thing in this episode. And so we be here. Now, I'm just gonna place this solar generator. Let me just do it like, you know, like that will be fine. I'm only going to need to put the piping up towards the middle. Keep in mind there will be another one at the opposite side of it, and then the piping need to go around the corner here somewhere that way. As you can see, there's a lot of ground going on, so let's see how this works with the chainsaw. Holy smokes, that is super quick. Okay, I have to be honest that it's a little, you know, loud. I can just do this with the axe. I mean, it just basically works the same with the chainsaw. The only thing that works faster with the chainsaw is cutting the tree down itself, which is very nice. So I'm just gonna make use of one and the other. And by the way, the one thing that I really love also about this game, like if there is like this piece down here of the tree really being in the way, you can just cut off the sides and then good to go for a little more space. Man, there are almost no more bushes left down here at the side. You know, for the future building series, I really want to separate the town and the industry as far as possible from each other. Now, I don't think this is the issue with the industry. I think this is the issue with the area that these bushes are growing in. So the whole deal here is what we are going to need to do, and I'm just slowly but surely walking to it. We're going to need to make an aqueduct, right? The aqueduct is going to be from up the mountain there where this beautiful red tree is growing between the other trees. This aqueduct needs to go all the way over there, which is not too much of a problem. I'm not going to make it too wild, but I would like to have it slight stairways is going that way. I should be careful with the amount of leveling I'm going to go down way, because or else I'm going to dig out the ground. I'm not really in the mood to dig out ground. What is going on with this? I really find all my cards and stuff just back, you know, being like the way it is. Oh no, the roots are too strong. Yeah. Alright, let's go up here from this way. Now, I need to find a way. Maybe I need to make a little stairways type of deal just for, you know, the moment being. Maybe dig out a small tunnel, you know, with aqueduct. I need to go that way. Maybe aqueduct can be cut out right underneath here. A few couple of blocks. Oh. Then go around the corner. Then go that way. Oh boy, I have to be so careful with this. In fact, there are plenty of games out there where they recommend to not go out in the wild without a pickaxe or other kind of tools, because if you get stuck, you will never be able to get out of it. So yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to, you know, fix something nice out here, and then it will be going all along the way, like I've been saying before. Oh, beautiful. Just enough, alright? Don't touch the tree anymore, or else you will be too bald and too cold. Long way, this way, between the trees. I'm just going to do kind of find a little angle here. I might just go a little bit from the road rather than toward the road, because I really like trees near the road. So then it will have to go this way, then right into a nice area where the thing can get some water. Alright, the piping. So we're gonna go like that. That is just perfect. I wish you could do that actually at the oil jack pump. Apparently that is not a thing. I want to go up high like this. I want to extend it once, while this one is going to be the middle part. And you know, you can imagine this like that, and then for the other thing on the other side it's going to be like that. Now, of course, it would be handy to not do this right now because, you know, the water will leak out. So that's not going to be handy. Now, let me see. I think I want to go that way. Yeah, of course, I can change certain stuff to make it look better later on off camera. Okay, let's just leave it like that and then just calculate how much the space will be of this guy, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Just for now, calculate. Going to fix this piping right down here. And just like that, and then it will be connected up. And then basically what I have to do right now is just fill the ground with 7 that way, and then behind it I can start making, you know, something with the water piping. This also basically means I'm going to need to do a little bit of grounding. I'm not going to show you all of it, of course. Got a lot of ground. Man, I just love it in this game. If we just drop like dirt, it will fall down to the ground automatically. That's just amazing. Now I'm thinking of it actually. If I would place this solar generator the same way, but then turn around, the entrance of the piping won't be here, but will be here. Now this is not going to be too much of a problem. It's just that I need this in order to calculate for sure. So it's going to look a little bit different, but maybe what I can do is just keep this down here and then put the piping right down here to connect it up that way. Alright, we have 10 seconds more to go for the robotic assembly line. Now I'm kind of being done with what I'm doing here. Now it is a little bit dark, so let me just take my shovel away and stop moving. So what I want to do at this side right down here, I would like to continue that piece of road until here. Where are you at? I'm going to do modules at some point too. But here it is, the big boy. Oh yes. Now let's turn this around. Yeah, it is. Okay, it needs to be one off. And there it is. I think this is the last and final workbench. I'm not quite sure. Maybe this game has more to offer. The reason why I'm thinking that is because the computer that we've been making is endgame content. Power grid. Oh, we will solve that sooner or later. Oh boy, look at all of this new freaking stuff. A crane. This will be nice for a harbor with warehouses and stuff. Allows the placement of transport of materials in the area. This is actually going to be super nice for our future building season. Because this, I think what that means is that the crane is like a stockpile itself. But you place the crane down here and there's like a massive stockpile right over here. You just turn the crane to the stockpile, you load things up, then you move the crane all the way to that stockpile and then you just load it there. Rather than grabbing a car, moving along the way, or, you know, work with smaller stockpiles. Yeah, that is nice. Excavator. And what is this new stuff? Nylon fabric. Crafted at the automated loom. Okay, we're gonna get a reason to need to use the automated loom. Advanced combustion engine. Rubber wheel, we can already fix that. A radiator. Okay. I'll bet we're gonna get some new stuff. Jaw crusher. This is, I believe, level 3. Yeah, level 3. Crushing stuff. You have an industrial elevator, which I'm not quite sure if we're going to really use this. I mean, how big is this thing? 12 by 8. Nah, I don't want to have this thing in my office. It's going to be way too big. I'd rather have like 2 smaller elevators. And we have a laboratory for researching the science side of cooking science rules. A freaking science lab, which just costs glass and steel. Well, in this case, 1 please, if I have some glass. 1 laboratory please. Okay, that is possible. Ooh, here we be. Some more endgame content. Avoid direct eye exposure. Consume 6,000 watts of electric power. Street lights. Refrigerator. Ah, finally a modern one. And this is the guy that I'm really looking forward to for the mines and stuff. A skid steer. It seems like I'm going to need to crap a lot of off-camera stuff here. It's okay, it's okay. Steel ceiling light. Yes, this is the stuff that I was looking for. A floor lamp? Is this like just a standing thing like in the corner or something? It looks like it. But this guy, the steel ceiling light, this is what I'm going to need in this factory. Table lamps. Oh, that's a nice street lamp. A truck. Another thing that I'm looking forward for. Washing machine. Wind turbine. Another thing that I'm looking for. Oh, I can almost craft this. 2 gearboxes, please. Yeah, okay. These advanced is a little, you know, a notch higher to, you know, get. But it's positive. It's not like a crazy, like, look at this stuff. That is crazy. Makes me nauseous. And industrial operates. So the only workbench is gonna be the laboratory. Kinda the jaw crusher, but I know what it's going to give us. That is actually it. We are there. We are there. Yeah, of course. We're gonna need to set up the yep, we're gonna need to get our butts to work if I want to see the new stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm way too exciting. And let me just fix this road and then we're going to, you know, I will also fix the water reservoir right away. Alrighty. I got the ground done. I got the big swimming pool done. This is how it looks for now. I'm happy with this. Now, I also decided to just make the ground flat over there because I was kind of getting annoyed by the stockpile at the entrance over there with my vehicle doing funny stuff. And later on, I have decided that I want to, you know, continue the pipe all the way towards, you know, right down here. And then move it up that way, /is, go here, and, you know, maybe I'm going to go right down here and go into the swimming pool. And I just have to see how I'm going to connect up the aqueduct. I think it will come, you know, /is somewhere over here. Let's a little bit laggy out here. I've noticed this game after a little while it start to, you know, lag out, and the best thing to do is just restart the game and then I'll get like 110 FPS back. So the thing that I'm going to need to do here, like I've been saying before, I would like to dig out the minimal amount of stuff. Now I can imagine there's like, let me just get this offside. There's like a minimal amount of ground here. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I can dig that out. That wouldn't be too bad of a thing. Now I'm just going to need to kind of aim out. Yes, know where to go. And also very important, always make sure you select the aqueduct, because you might not notice that it's not an aqueduct. It will reset and you're busy with cubes. Now, of course, these cubes will look different with these holes being on top from the aqueduct. But just, you know, a tip from me, because I had it once with the other water place. I was just, you know, fixing stuff and then I noticed, hey, something looks different here. So this is gonna be the height of the lowest point from the mountain, right? And also one thing you need to keep in mind, I'm going to need to make it into a V shape and then leave out that middle part. So that is how it's going to look. A little bit dig out work, but I think it will. Oh, this tree needs to leave. Holy moly, the FPS is like, look at this. It is straight away back up again from being 30 to /80. Alright, it's at 90, but you need to do an average. It's gonna go so smooth right now. So yeah, as you can see, I got it worked out quite well at this moment, and now it's just going to be time for me in order to let it drop from upstairs somewhere. Good molems. It is so funny when you play this, you know, a few, let me say an hour, you get laggy and then you restart it. It's so freaking smooth, like you're owning a total new computer. Now there is one thing that kind of bothers me though, and maybe I will change this later on, is put this aqueduct one more down, maybe. I mean, it also, makes it a little bit safety for children to, you know, have a more difficult time of climbing onto here rather than looking at the water and falling into it. Of course, this is also something the parents need to watch. And I'm still thinking, this tree down here, should I actually cut that tree down? Which I'm going to leave that up to you guys in the comment section. Do I need to cut that big boy down? Let it fall that way. Get about 3 stacks full of wood from it. Cut this tree down and then, raise up the land so it's nice in line with the road. Until here, whatever, and then maybe plant a new tree. I'm leaving it up to you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to need to have a stairway going up to the area. Now I've also been thinking, couldn't I have just done this with partly water pipes, like make a pump up there, connect the pipe to the pump, let the pipes go all the way there, and let this the water fall into the reservoir? Would that have been worked too? I mean, it might be a little easier. The only downside that it will give is that you're going to require, some mechanical power up there, which is not too much of a work. It is, don't know if it would be cheaper than using bricks. I mean, pipes cost like iron, and bricks just cost like clay and mortar. Mortar can be made with sand, which is also not too bad to do. Just let me know, what do you think? What would be cheaper to do? Okay, so I need to keep in mind that it's one off. It's going to be the middle section of the thingy. Now this tree might be in the way, but not very easy to cut down and bring it away, I would say. Now also another thing is this water is pretty much low. What I can also do is just make this tunnel slash is underneath here. That way, and then that way, do that too. Just need to kind of calculate what to do. It will cost a bit of work because, I don't have really anything to stack it up with. But let me see what I can do. The morning just started and I'm actually ready to let the water flow through the new aqueduct. Just going to kind of follow it and see how long it's going to take for this water to reach where it needs to be. Oh, it goes so quick. What? Oh, the last time it took a long time though. But yeah, let's see if this is going to work. I actually made it like one off. Yep. That is the reason why I wanted to do that in the first place. So can I quick... move. Just gonna grab this here. Oh, it's already... Okay, so yeah, I see what the problem is. I just need to take care of that. Yep. I did take care for it right down here, as you can see. Oh, the pump is working because the pump is being connected to the starting source at the first solar, and you can see that the what is that called? The laboratory project is being crafted. So, long story short, it is working the way it should work. I'm very happy with this. I had enjoyed a lot doing all this stuff. And there is one last thing that I would like to check out, and then I'm going to make this episode into a cliffhanger, or long story short. The next episode we are going to check out what the computer lab does. So what is this? No, this is not computer lab. The laboratory lab is. And we're gonna, of course, also check out the wind turbine. Now I might have an idea where I could place the wind turbine. Maybe in the top of the big building that we are going to make. That's so cool. That's so cool. Just add some stuff here and there. Goes down. It's there. This might be just a continuous loop? I guess it is. You know, that is cool, that is cool. So for the next episode, we got 2 new things that we can straight away add into the series. And of course, I would like to check out and see, we're going to probably need to craft a automated loom, which probably won't be too much of a problem. And another thing that will have to happen is next episode, we're going to need to take a look if we can craft any of these other components. A radiator. Just cast some of these heat sinks and copper. I mean, it is slowly but surely becoming more easier to craft certain stuff because this is it. This is the end game where we are working our way forwards to. And yeah, let me know down below in the comment section your ideas, thoughts, and what you think of the new water reservoir. Do you have some more tips on what I should do with the power? And maybe for the building itself, or anything that I have to keep in mind as in for the lasers, or yeah. And thanks for watching.